Hello, Andre Kasperger. For those of you that are not familiar with the Amazon FBA process or how to market through Amazon, I just wanted to give you a brief overview as to what is involved in doing that, what some of the major steps are, and what you may encounter. But mainly just to build a awareness of the areas that you really need to have some knowledge in, and oftentimes a lot of knowledge. Let's get started. First of all, you need to decide on what kind of business you are in. There's arbitrage and private label. Arbitrage means that you buy something at something like a discount place or a warehouse or a clearance place, and then you ship it to Amazon and market it through Amazon. And there's private label. And private label basically is that you source something and you put your name on it or your brand on it. With arbitrage is whatever it is. It can be Cheerios or whatever, and you are marketing on Amazon. You can't brand that. So that's the first decision that you need to make. Then starting out, you need to select a product. The product selection process is probably one of the most tedious and time-consuming. It can be frustrating, but also the most rewarding step in this whole process. You select the right product and your life is made much easier. You select the wrong products and it doesn't mean it's not going to work, but it's going to take a whole lot more time and effort. And here you have a choice of either your own idea or a private label commodity, a product which you may import, for example, from China. Next step is products sourcing, and you can go domestic or you can go overseas. And if you go overseas, it's primarily China. And I would warn some of the pundits, or some of the things you may have heard, is that the quality in China can be very good. And dealing with the people in China can also be an excellent experience. And it all depends on how much homework you do or how you react to certain things. As an example, with the product, it's really up to you to specify the specs, to lay out what you want, the quality of it, the types of material used, and you also have the opportunity to get samples, which I highly recommend. And also in dealing with the people, just recognize that they are people just like we are. And the next step is getting your products to Amazon and into FBA. What FBA means is fulfillment by Amazon. In other words, you get the product to Amazon. Amazon stocks it. They manage the inventory. They manage the customer. They manage the sales. And at the end, if you get a sale, Amazon sends you a check, which is no bad. So, but it's also very important to note is that especially at the outset, you do not want to have China send products to Amazon, and I don't even know if that would work. The product should come to you. You have the opportunity to further label it. You have the opportunity to bundle it, and you have the opportunity to further brand it. So it's something you absolutely would want to do. And also with the FBA, you are totally responsible for the listing. Once you have the listing done, and there's quite a bit of work in that and quite a bit of finesse that has to happen for you to be noticed, etc., but that's a separate topic. But getting the sales, there are two ways of getting the sales. One way is that someone on Amazon finds you. In other words, it's the Amazon customer. It's not your customer. Remember that. And the other way is for you to have the contacts and you send them to your product, which is probably the hard way. You need to remember that Amazon has hundreds of millions of customers with their credit cards logged in Amazon, just going to Amazon to buy something. So that would probably be your first outlet. Now, launching and promoting your product, although your product is listed on Amazon and there's a possibility of millions of eyes looking at your product. It's not that easy, really, because the initial sales have to come through your efforts. And those efforts maybe you have to have specials, maybe you have to have giveaways, or maybe you need to have friends and family engaged. But getting those initial sales and those initial reviews is absolutely important. So remember that. And now on to listings, inventory management, and Amazon reports, basically managing your business. And the point I want to leave you with here is that Amazon just does a very good job in giving you the necessary information. They have a information overflow, which can be very overwhelming. But once you go through the process once or twice, it's really not that bad. But Amazon is very, very thorough. And this is about it. I just wanted to give you just a brief overview as to what is involved in the whole process.